What if I told you that this move and this move is one of the keys and foundations for more consistent striking, longer tee shots and better shots with your irons also, and that everyday golfers get this move very, very wrong time and time again, which is costing them shots, making golf harder and less enjoyable, and I want to get that fixed today. If this makes sense and this video helps you, subscribe and make sure you hit the like button for me. I'll give you the free tips, you give me the likes. So if we use my OptiMotion here, we can see trail knee flex at the beginning is around 18 degrees bent. And then as I move into my backswing, you're going to notice that bend starts coming out. The lowest it gets to is around 4 or 5 degrees. And that's at this point in the backswing. Hands are around shoulder height back. But here comes the interesting move. That number starts increasing up into the top of my backswing. So we're now back up to the top of my backswing as I'm starting to make ideas of coming down with the club. 22 degrees. Remember, I started at 18, and then we see the crunch on the way down, the sit down, the bend over 34 degrees, 34 up to 34 degrees on the way down with trail knee bending. And then this was going to just kind of level out through the ball, so it's not really going to move from 32. So 4 degrees between kind of parallel to parallel on the way through because it's stabilizing to hit the ball. So you've got to let the knee go early. I see golfers hang on to the trail knee at the start. And what we're seeing from the pattern from the better players is they just let it go. It's helping them turn their hips. It's helping them get some momentum into their backswing. And it helps with the sequencing of the backswing in speed. So going quick to slow and then quick to slow on the way through, believe it or not, with the grip. So using your right knee in the right way at the right time is going to help you sequence better, which only will equate to more speed. So let's get rid of those static backswings where the knee just locks and the arms come across your body. The way we're going to do that, I want you to start with the club about 2 to 3 foot out in front of you, but just rotate pelvis to the club, rotate shoulders to the club, let the knee kick in, let the trail foot just pull up slightly, and from here you're going to pull back, letting that knee instigate it by pulling back as well. So basically the knee is instigating that backswing. And that's what we see from better players and better golfers. When you measure them, what we actually see is they actually start with pelvis and shoulders slightly open. So they're almost opening to pull back. They're basically going kind of this way to pull back to then go that way. So making some practice swings over the ball club in front, pelvis, shoulders forwards, and just pulling back with some speed, letting that knee straighten up is a great way. Freeing up that pelvis, getting those strikes. And you're going to notice I'm doing this with a fairway wood, an iron, a driver. It's applying to all clubs. So this next drill, you could do it anywhere. And I'm going to do it in this slightly rain-covered bay here in the woods off the green. You don't need a club. So you're just going to put your hands on the top parts of your knees. So get into golf posture, leaning forwards. And you want your hands just at the top of your knees, basically just touching, lead and trail. And your backswing is basically going to consist of you pulling this hand up as this one goes down. So you're going to feel that you go this way, almost like you're pulling that knee straight and letting this one kick down. So you're really trying to get the feel. Like, see how I'm quite dynamic before I start as well. I'm moving. And I'm going to pull that knee back. But remember the sequencing. What we saw is the trail leg was bent, straightened, 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 and then it started to bend again. So it started to go back down before I completed my backswing. And that's the common pattern we see with good players. So I want you to get the feeling of pulling this up and then slightly pulling it down as early as possible. So up, down, and then you're going to go up with this hand on the way through. So you're really going to get kind of rid of the sequence that we see many golfers do, which is to go kind of here where they keep everything bent. You can see there's not much contradiction in the height. I'm not pulling them up. And also the one where they just don't really push down on the downswing. So you can see they stay quite level. So I'm going to try and go this way, so trying to get this lower than this, to then this up. You can even feel that you're pushing down on this leg as well, really to get that squat at the top of your backswing. So as your hands are getting here, that leg's already starting to want to go back the other way. You can do this on the tee before you hit shots to feel that dynamic move. You could do it at home in front of a mirror or just in the kitchen, wherever, or you could do it in a wet, wooded part of the golf course. Come on, UK, try harder. Common mistakes that people make. Don't thrust this towards the ball. So we're not trying to bend this way. You want to feel more like it's a squat where your pelvis is going down and slightly across. So you're going to kind of going this way with your pelvis, which is then sinking into this knee, and then it's going to come across towards lead leg. Don't think this is to bend it more. So to start my downswing, I need to get that bend going. It's not this way. Don't want that. Starting too static, it's a killer for so many amateurs. Really sink down, everything locks down. They even kind of sink down almost into the heels. And then it's just arms, bit of shoulders. The knees are just stuck. Try and stay dynamic. You'll see me shuffling around before I hit, like I said earlier. This is why this drill works so well, but also this is why you'll see good players, when they're actually about to hit the ball, they're slightly open with pelvis and shoulders because they are revving the engine. I know it feels silly, bit of lead and trail, and get your knees bending, get them moving, get the blood going. You want to explode more into this backswing. Trying to keep pelvis level on the backswing. This is common. The amount of lessons I teach where people think that the pelvis just rotates. It's turning, but there's tilt as well, which is why this is straightening and this is bending, which is where this drill works so well because it gets that bit of tilt into your backswing with the turn. You don't want to think that your pelvis is just turning level, otherwise you're going to find you want to go this way a lot of the ball, hitting horrible slices and just weak drives. Now this last drill's so good. I've used it with so many of my skillest students and I've taken them from kind of these kind of swings to these kind of swings. It just works. So it's my squat drill. I want you to take your club to the top of the backswing, get your hands down so they're level with your trail leg flat thigh, but as you do that, sink down with your backside. Really feel like you're making a squat to then really quickly get up and out. The most common reason people don't squat in the downswing, they just want to keep their legs passive, is because they're not very good at getting up and out. What this drill does is it forces you to get up and out, because if you don't, you are just going to career into the ground. So if you're happy, you're quick enough at getting up and out, you'll be happy at sinking more in that downswing, using that trail knee in this fashion on the backswing where you are able to engage it on the way down and let it come across, because you know you are going to get up and out. You can even hit some shots like this or work it into your practice like you'll see good players on tour doing. So just before hitting, same feel, try and get up and out. Oh, that's a rip. You can actually hit some balls on the range like this as well, just throwaway balls. It's really good for getting the feeling of speeding up that up and out on the way down. Now, this will help you hit your irons closer. You'll see I'll do this with my driver as well, so better strikes with my driver, and it'll also help me hit further tee shots. Now, if you want to find out how far you should be hitting your driver, this video here, make sure to subscribe. Let me know if this makes sense.